Yo, what a do YouTube family, it's your boy Wolfie here. Welcome back to the FM17 series with Inter Milan. It's the transfer episode. I know y'all been waiting for this one, so I ain't gonna waste any more time. Without further ado, let's do this. Don't know why I did the So, first out was Andrea Palizzi to Pro Vercelli, I think it is. They signed him for 300k. I don't know if he was on loan to them at the start. He has been since 2015. So he's been on loan. He's been with their squad, I guess, for the last 3 years or in that kind of region. But sometimes you got to be realistic with yourself, and you look at these players and they're like, oh yeah, they got high potential and all that stuff, but you know you're not going to use them. Like, you just have to be realistic with yourself. You know within yourself you're not going to use them. And although he looks very good and he is a complete centre midfielder, like complete, I just wasn't going to use him. Like, in all honesty, I was not going to use him as a player. So he's gone out to Pro Vercelli, and that's a big signing for them personally. Like, looking at him, it's a very, very big signing. But yeah, that's that really. This was already a transfer that was already agreed before I joined Inter Milan. Safir Taider has gone to Bologna for £7.5 million or £7 million on the dot. It's £7 million on the dot. He has been on loan to them for the last 2 seasons. And Taider is a very good player. I used him on the FM14 and he was an absolute machine. Like, honestly, he was out on loan, and then as soon as he came back, my boy was just killing everyone. Everything in his path was killed. And I can't use him now. I can't use him, which is a shame. And there's nothing I could have done. I couldn't cancel the transfer. It was literally locked in. The fee was agreed. The contract was signed. It was a future transfer, sorry. So he's gone. But you could see just from looking at his stats, overall he is a complete midfielder, like very solid, and he's only 25, so he's still got time for improvement. It's unfortunate, but it's just one of those things when you join a new club. This is whose mans was in charge of Inter Milan, because Dismar Trucker left for £7 million as well. João Jesus has gone to Roma, and João Jesus, in my opinion, is a very good centre back, and is very solid, and is very consistent. Don't watch the flipping 2.5 star shits, because that shits don't really mean shit. It's what you look at in the stats and what he does on the pitch, and this guy is absolutely fantastic. However, previous manager was like, fuck all that. Dismar Trucker trash. Got rid of him, can't do nothing about it, can't keep him, can't try and save him, he's gone. As I said, contract signed, fee agreed, this motherfucker already aced in Roma, I can't do nothing. It was a wrap. I'm annoyed about it because I really do like João Jesus, I really do. But he's gone. The Marcha could even play. Well, he played 18 games, so that's a lot. 25. Okay, never mind. He did play. Stefan Yovatic has gone to Sevilla for £13 million. Now, a lot of you are probably going to think and look at this and be like, why didn't you recall him? Why didn't you let him stay? Because if you didn't know, the 16-17 season, Stefan Yovatic starts off on loan at Sevilla. So, yeah, and I do think I don't know if they have. I don't think there was a future fee. I don't think there was. But anyway, probably thinking, why don't you keep him? Because he's very injury prone, and I hate, especially up front. I think maybe, like, it's never acceptable in my eyes. Like, you can't obviously help be injury prone. I'm an injury prone. I'm a dancer and I'm injury prone. But so you can't help it. But when it comes to football, it's acceptable when you got probably like maybe a fullback is injury prone, or a centre midfielder is injury prone. Wingers are kind of risky now and then being injury prone, but when you have a striker, someone that you rely on to get your goals for you, being injury prone, it's a problem. So I wasn't didn't cut with me. Although he's very good and his pros weigh out his cons way more. Obviously you can see there, leading Serie A player, fluent in the language, relishes big matches, good balance and ability on the ball make him a very skillful player, very technical, handles himself very professionally, fairly adaptable when living in another country, fairly consistent, can play in a couple positions. His pros weigh out the cons big time, but that one con being that he's injury prone sets me off completely, just does. So he's gone. £30 million though, it's a nice fee, way more than actually no, I think that was his value. His value was 13 million and we got 13 million for him, so I'm very happy with that deal. Some of y'all are gonna be like, disagree. Some of you are gonna be like, I understand where you're coming from. Why do they do this? Why is it 99k a week? Just make it 100k. Stop being extra with your shit. This one annoyed me a little bit. So Gary Medel wanted a new contract. His agent wanted a new contract, which I did offer to him because Medel is a very good player to have as a cover. Very experienced, solid in midfield, good work rate, good teamwork, good positioning, good marking, good determination, good aggression, good anticipation, good bravery. Very, very good player. Got strength and stamina. Very good. This motherfucker rejected the contract because this motherfucker was on like some. I'm not even joking to you. He was on like something. It was in the region between 40 and 60k. One of the two. Like one of the two, or it was something in between that. This motherfucker wanted something like 110k a week. Lee. I was like, nope, not on my watch, not happening. You can kick rocks if you think I'm paying you 110k a week. No way, Jose, it's not happening. I locked it in at I think 80 a week, and we were back and forth in terms of his bonuses, and we just couldn't come to a deal. Soon as I literally the next flipping listen, if it's Pep. Because I can understand if it's Pep. I'm gonna say it like this: if it's Pep, it's because of that work rate, it's because of that teamwork, and it's because of that determination. Trust me. That bitch is Pep. That bitch is Pep. So soon, the next day, as soon as Pep saw that we had fallen out in terms of negotiation talks, this motherfucker just swooped in, and obviously. Everyone knows that plays FM knows. As soon as Man City, PSG, Real Madrid, or Barcelona come in, your players as good as gone. They're gone. You can try and fight off Arsenal. You can fight off a cheeky Chelsea bid. You can fight off a Man United bid. You can fight off a Liverpool bid. But when Man City or PSG especially come in because of that money, because of that dosh, that wonga, them dollars, they're gone. And that's exactly what happened with Medel. So it was unfortunate. 10 million, low fee, but I couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do nothing. It was one of those things, man. Late. Listen, let me explain the situation. There's no explanation. So, Icardi didn't change his mind about leaving. Since that episode I mentioned Icardi wanted to leave, it's never left. He's never dropped the situation. He's always had his mind set on leaving. And when the transfer window opened, I was hoping no one came in for a bid for him because he had a very downward spiral towards the end of the season. Nope. Arsenal came in, Barcelona came in, Real Madrid came in. I was like, bitch, if y'all all gonna come in, pause. Let me have a sip of my Pepsi. But I was like, look, I left my Pepsi. I'm sleepless right behind me. I was like, if y'all all gonna come in for him, I'm gonna ask for a hefty fee. 45 million. He's valued at like 30 something, and I got 45 million for him. It's unfortunate. He's a quality player. He on his day when he wants to play, he's very good up front. But 45 million, man, I wasn't gonna turn that down. I'm sorry. Yeah, so he left. 250k. Am I bothered? Not really. So yeah, kind of Erikin, should I say? Sorry, my boy said Eric. Erikin. Oh shit, sorry, I had to move my chair a little bit just to the left. Don't really care. It was out on loan, came back, didn't even know this guy came back, then it was gone. Pretty much it, really. This motherfucker had 0 appearances for Inter Milan. This motherfucker just, the closest shit this motherfucker had to holding a Inter Milan shirt was when he was in the press conference holding the shirt, talking about I just signed with Inter Milan. That was it. After that, they were like, bitch, nah, you signed, but you're going out on loan. I was like, okay, so when I come back, I'll start playing. Yeah, I was like, nah, son, West Brom. This motherfucker did not play in an Inter Milan show once. That's so deep. It's deep, man, but I wasn't going to use him. I said, obviously, as I said, you got to be realistic with yourself, and if you're not going to use a player, sell him. Raymond Nudge has gone to FC Crotone for 1.1 million. The fee will rise eventually to 1.5 million. Why that matters for a player like him, I do not know. He's got a bit of potential on him, actually, a little bit. can reach 3.5 stars. Never really come across an Albanian striker either, so quite unique. But again, being realistic, I'm not going to use him. Even if he turned out to be amazing, I'm not going to use him. So yeah. So for 6.75 million, the first signing was Adnan Januzaj. Now, obviously, Adnan Januzaj have had our little troubles on the Reviving the Foxes series. Obviously, you know, if you watch that series, you understand what I'm talking about. But a player like Januzaj, you can never pass up the opportunity to sign them when they are transfer listed. This Marchuk was transfer listed for 6.75 million. Sleep. I was signing this Marchuk so fast. Had 35 appearances for Sunderland, 4 goals, 4 assists, 2 man of the match awards. And obviously, in Reviving the Foxes, we saw Januzaj go from a player who we didn't think was going to be world class, show signs. Just burped. Sorry. Show signs that he was going to be world class. Towards you know, the first half of the season, really. He wanted to leave in January because he was getting interest everywhere, and it was kind of one of those things like, this guy's actually going to be fantastic, like he's actually going to be a world class winger, and he left. And I don't know, obviously I haven't continued it, I haven't even touched that save myself personally off camera, so I don't know how he's going to turn out wherever he's, I can't remember where he's gone. But he's gone to Stoke, so he ain't going to be a world-class player at Stoke. But then again, you'd probably say he wasn't going to be a world-class player at Leicester City. This is the Inter Milan series. That voice crack was legit shit. But this is the Inter Milan series, and you never know. He is contracted to be a backup winger, but you never know. You just don't know. But yeah, 6.75 million, as I said, you would too. If you saw Januzaj on the transfer list for 6.75 million, regardless of what team you is, you would, because he's a good player. For 11 million, we'll rise up to 14.5 million. We signed Victor Lindelof. Now, I only knew about this guy because he was heavily rumoured to be joining Manchester United in January. Didn't happen. Talk about it in real life, by the way. Didn't happen. I don't even think I don't even think Benfica or Manchester United had any talks. I don't even know how far that deal got. But yeah, he caught my interest, and I've seen him on FM and I've seen him on FIFA, and he turns out to be a very, very good centre back. And that's going to be me being realistic with you. I don't know much about him. I've just seen what he can become in other saves. I've seen what he can become in FIFA, which is something you shouldn't compare to FM, but I'm doing it anyways. Don't shoot me. But I've never watched him play in real life, never. So I'm just hoping that he turns out to be very good. £14.5 million is it's a lot of money. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of money. But we ain't paying, you know, you're flipping Laportes or Varans or you know, any of those world-class centre-backs like 56 or 70 million pounds. Like, we're only paying £14.5 million. So hopefully he does turn out well. But overall, he looks very good. Very kind of an overall sort of stature of a player. Wants to play as a centre-half though, and I've promised him that I would. But he's much better as a fullback. So where I go from here without trying to piss him off is the question. I'm gonna have to think about it. So the replacement for your boy Icardi is Miguel Boura. Now you're looking at this and you're thinking, are you absolutely insane? Like, why? Who is this guy? Never heard of him. He ain't on Icardi's level. Worst replacement ever. Listen, sometimes you can't be doing these flipping, oh, I'm gonna sign every wonder kid in the game sort of walkthroughs. You gotta just try and sometimes find little hidden talented players, and Miguel Boura, it looks like he's one of those little hidden talented players. You signed him for that fee, 12 million. He's now valued at 22 million pounds. Is a very good goal scorer. You can see there he had 24 appearances in 2016, 14 goals, 4 assists. You know, the season before that at Atletico Nacional, didn't really stay there for that long. 7 appearances, 1 goal. Against Portugal, he had 21 appearances, 19 goals. At Independent. He had 33 appearances and 10 goals. I mean, he can score goals. I just hope he can do it in the Italian league. That is what I'm hoping for. So it's something we're going to wait and see. It's not big money, so it's not a Torres situation. But he looks good, finishing on 16. Balance is on 16. Strength is also, his physicals are clean. Mentals is clean. He clean. He could do the job. He's only 24. He could do the job. I'm praying and I'm hoping that he turns out to be a very, very good player. We'll have to see. So that is my transfer window, man. That is literally it. I've put on cash and clauses because I released a whole bunch of players. And obviously, if you started off a save in Italy, you know that your under 20s and your under 18s, your under 19s, your reserves, whatever, they are bombed with unnecessary talent, like unnecessary youth talent, just filled with it, and it's unnecessary. So even though they're on sometimes like 100k a week, £100 a week, £200 a week, maybe 1k a week, it's still lifting enough money off the wages. Every little helps. So these guys have all gone. I was never going to use them. They were never going to make it. Their potential ability was like 2 stars max, 2.5 max. Got rid, man. Just got rid. Any loans though? Yeah, we've got Pinamonti, who's gone to Spal 2013. He is going to be, I pray he's going to be fantastic, but he's out on loan. Stats are going up, he's improving, his potential's gone up, like solid now, 4 stars, which is good. I'm just hoping that he can reach that. Potential to be a Serie A striker is still there, so that is always good to see. But because he still says he's very suited to Serie B football, let me just loan him out. Down at the bottom, I know you saw it yourselves. Kinaraki's gone to Istanbul in Turkey. I feel like one more season on loan will benefit him a lot, and I'm hoping that Istanbul will be given game time. I can recall him from loan as well, so it's not all doom and gloom. But the Ivory Coast midfielder can do very well at Istanbul. And George Pukas has gone to Craiova on loan for a season. Again, can be recalled. I always do that with my loans because it's a risk just giving a team a player and not having the recall option because they might not play him, and then that player does not reach his potential. So that is it. In total, we recuperated 91 million and we only spent 30 million pounds. We only got 12 million as our transfer budget. So you're probably thinking, oh, you should have a lot of money left. Nah, 5.86 million. The rest of the money is literally going back towards all the loan debts that we have, and it's going back into the club. So yeah, I probably should start to ask to increase the transfer revenue that we get, but I mean, as you can see there, it's an option, but I'd rather sort the club out first rather than think about ourselves, as in what we're doing on the pitch and the players we're signing. We have a good team. This team, with the tactics I've got, is capable of doing it again, winning the league. Champions League, probably not. TIM Cup, we can do it as well. Like, we're capable. It's not like we're Chievo or Atalanta or someone. We are capable of winning things with this team. So the money right now is not that much of a problem. And I didn't know, I forgot to mention this, but you know, like for TV money, it's just ridiculous like how much the Premier League is valued. For TV money, the TV money I get for the season for Serie A was £65,000. Just let that sink in for 1 second. 65,000 pounds. And when you're in the Premier League, you get like what, 25 million of TV revenue? Imagine that going back into the club. Like, we'd be sorted. So I don't mind that the transfer shits is low with the shits, but anyway, that's that. I don't know why this didn't oh yeah, because obviously I put it on cash and clauses only. But yeah, we had to loan in this guy from Monaco, Almi Toure. Got a lot of potential, very solid, could be very, very good in the future. So I might have to keep my eye out on him. I might even try and get him on a permanent deal if I can. I didn't put it in the clause, but I might have to try. If you're wondering why I had to sign him, it's because Ambrosio is out for basically the first half of the season. He's out for 5 months, so we haven't got Ambrosio. So had to get in a loanee, and this guy was the guy I got in. I also signed in Jesus Vallejo, I think it is, from Real Madrid. Very, very good centre back. Got a lot of potential still at the age of 20, and look at those stats in the middle, man. Ooh, but yeah, I just want more cover. I don't want to be in that situation where I've got loads of injuries and stuff. I just like a lot of cover, so there we go. But yeah, that is the end of the transfer episode. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think about some of my signings. especially Icardi leaving. I know some people are going to have something to say about that. It's been your boy Wolfie. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you for the next episode, which is, in fact, actually, no, I'll take you through that in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Peace.